Imagine getting the phone call you'd been working toward for 3 years. Your boss calls you into the office, hands you a letter, and tells you you're getting promoted. Your new salary, $85,000 a year. That night, you sit at your kitchen table, staring at the number on the paper. $85,000. It's almost double what you made when you started. You calculate the monthly paychecks in your head, and for the first time in your life, you breathe out a deep sigh of relief. Fast forward 18 months. It's a Friday evening, and you're standing in line at the grocery store. You swipe your debit card. Declined. You swipe it again, your face flushing hot as the cashier looks at you. You open your banking app under the harsh fluorescent lights. Account balance $14.12. You have an $85,000 salary, full-time corporate job. A nice title. But somehow, you have less money in savings than you did when you earned half as much. You sit in your car in the parking lot, gripping the steering wheel, asking yourself, where did all the money go? Let's go back to the day after the promotion, because this didn't happen overnight. It happened $50 at a time. When your new salary hit your account, you didn't go out and buy a luxury sports car. You didn't book a first-class trip around the world. You did things that felt entirely reasonable. First, it was the apartment. You were still living in the modest studio you rented in your early 20s. You told yourself, I make $85K now, I shouldn't be living with a leaky faucet and drafty windows. So you signed a lease on a modern one-bedroom with floor-to-ceiling windows and in-unit laundry. Extra cost, $450 a month, it felt justified. Then it was the car. Your old reliable sedan had 140,000 miles on it. You traded it in for a sleek modern crossover. Monthly payment, $520 plus $90 more in insurance. You told yourself it's reliable for work, it's an investment in peace of mind. Then came the subtle daily upgrades. The $4 drip coffee turned into a $7 specialty latte. The weekend groceries shifted from store-brand staples to artisanal specialty shops. The meals cooked at home turned into quick food delivery orders 3 nights a week because you were too tired from working hard. You were spending money as fast as you earned it. Here's the psychological trap nobody warns you about. Income inflation creates entitlement inflation. Every time you worked a 50-hour week or closed a major project, a quiet voice in your head whispered, you work hard, you earn good money, you deserve this. So when a subscription auto-renewed for $29, you didn't cancel it. When an online shopping cart hit $150, you tapped buy without looking twice. You stopped checking price tags at the grocery store because making $85,000 means I don't need to count pennies anymore. By month 12, your monthly fixed expenses had expanded to fit every single dollar of your raise. You weren't saving more. You were just consuming more expensive versions of the exact same life. The breaking point didn't come from a major disaster. It came on a random Tuesday in November when your car battery died in the office parking lot. The tow truck driver charged $120. The mechanic needed $340 for a replacement battery and alternator check. Total bill $460. You opened your banking app to pay. Your main checking account had $210. Your savings account, the one you promised you'd build up with your new salary, had $85. You had to put the remaining $165 on a credit card you had spent months trying to keep at zero. That night, sitting in your new, expensive apartment surrounded by high-end furniture, you realized a terrifying truth. You were richer on paper but broke in reality. You were living in a golden cage built by your own pay raises. You didn't quit your job, you didn't sell everything you owned. You sat down with a fresh sheet of paper and conducted a complete, judgment-free money reset. You wrote down 3 bold headings: core needs, creep leaks, freedom fund. The core needs: rent, utilities, basic groceries, minimum debt payments. The creep leaks: everything added after the promotion that didn't actually increase your happiness. The freedom fund: money that goes directly toward buying your future independence before anything else gets spent. You wrote down 3 bold headings: core needs, creep leaks, freedom fund. You canceled 4 recurring subscriptions that added up to $112 a month. You stopped ordering food delivery on weeknights, switching back to simple Sunday meal prep, instantly saving $280 a month. You called your insurance provider and adjusted your deductible, lowering your premium by $45 a month. In just 7 days of auditing your spending, you reclaimed $437 a month without sacrificing your quality of life. Here's the single tactical rule that changed everything: pay your future self first, automatically. Instead of waiting until the end of the month to save whatever was left over, which was always zero, you set up an automatic transfer on payday. The second your paycheck hits your account, $500 automatically moves into a high-yield savings account before you even see it. If the money isn't in your checking account, you can't spend it on lifestyle creep. Your brain automatically adjusts to living on the rest. Within 6 months, your emergency fund grew from $85 to $3,000. Within a year, it hit $6,500. For the first time since landing your $85,000 promotion, you weren't living one emergency away from panic. Earning more money is a tool, not a solution. If your spending grows at the exact same speed as your income, you will always be broke, whether you make $35,000, $85,000, or $200,000. True wealth isn't the car you drive, the apartment you rent, or the high-end coffee in your hand. True wealth is the gap between what you make and how you live, and the peace of mind that gap creates. If you're earning more today than you did 3 years ago but still feeling trapped, start with one thing this week: audit your lifestyle creep. Find the small, silent upgrades that aren't bringing you joy, cut them loose, and automate your freedom. True wealth is the peace of mind that gap creates. If this resonated with you, subscribe to Money Clarity. Drop a comment below. What's one expense that quietly crept into your budget after a pay raise or new job? I read every comment.